Alrighty, welcome everyone back to another episode of Undermountain, an epic dungeon delving adventure here on Javelin Entertainment. We'll be streaming this story every Thursday, starting at 6 p.m. Central. If you missed the last chapter, you can find it on the channel page or by clicking on the playlist down in the description. Last time, our adventurers were investigating Blue Alley, and Ari and Zannah were working their way across the metallic discs hanging from the ceiling of a smoky room to try and find the sword that they had seen at the far end. Zannah had fallen twice, but Ari was luckily able to catch her with a nice contraption from the ropes that they had to ensure their safety. And after making their way all the way to the end, Ari was able to use a thunderous smite to sever the chain holding the sword to the disc. He tried to make his way back, but slipped and was miraculously able to grab the edge of the disc and swing across to another one before he fell. The sound, however, did attract a group of Boggles that attacked the others who were standing in the hallway. Valcrie, Zella, and Elias were able to fight them off as Ari and Zannah made their way back without any other incident. The party finally made their way out of Blue Alley and headed to the Yawning Portal to deliver the bracelet back to Davil Starsong. They then took the rest of the evening to recover and talk through plans for the next day, deciding in the morning to meet up and head towards the mansion in the castle ward to try and locate a mysterious red gem. They broke open a window to enter the mansion after finding it unguarded, and Ari decided to sit in a rather large leather chair and suddenly found himself sucked into a watery sphere, trapping him inside. The others tried to wait for the effect to end, but it seemed to last for a much longer than expected duration, so they began to look around and search through the mansion. Elias noticed a magical ward that triggered silence within another chamber, and the entire mansion seemed to be unorganized and mostly unused. Slightly bored, Valcrue pushed forward with Zannah and found a dining room with a large chest. When they went to investigate, Valcrue turned to find a ghostly woman dwelling behind her. And so, as we now return our adventures back to the mansion, we are going to be starting off right in the thick of things. And I am going to need everybody to go ahead and roll me some initiative. Alright, let me pull up this. Perfect.
I would like to provide commentary that the people with the two lowest initiatives are the top two initiatives. Thank you.
Sometimes it happens. Alright, and so, Valcrue, as you turn and see this figure, this woman behind you, you see is almost like a white sheet is placed over what seems to be a skeletal figure, and a beautiful woman who has a large, extended jaw that hangs open, and just an echoing noise that gapes out. And as you look across, I do need you to start off by giving me a charisma saving throw.
It's a fortuitous save for you to have to make, right?
It is.
It's not bad, but I roll bad. Knock on wood. See, I'll take the 6, I guess.
Alright, as you kind of look at this ghostly figure, your eyes kind of open up and horror as this creature begins to phase, and Zannah, you watch as it phases into Valcrie's body, which begins to shudder and shift as it turns, the head kind of rotating around without the body. You see her eyes are now glowing red. And now, Bubble Boy, what are you doing?
Rolling the bubble out of the silent room.
All right, go ahead. Give me a. I think it was an acrobatics check, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of begin to push and move on this bubble, and it takes quite a bit of your effort moving it out, and you do get past the doorway, but not very far outside of that, as your movement is relatively slow in this thing, trying to get it moving and up to speed.
Are we unsilent again?
As far as you know, you can hear the sounds coming from the kitchen. They're kind of distorted coming through the bubble, though. It did take your action.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll save spells till we see what's going on. So that'll be it.
Alrighty. And next, let's see. Okay, cool. Then, Zannah, you watch as Valcrue begins to turn towards you, her eyes alight and red, and kind of begins to take this staff and step towards you angrily. And holding out the staff, you hear kind of an echoey version of her own voice, just leave, as she picks up her staff and is going to swing towards you. And let's see if this actually works. There we go.
Oh.
I think that is going to hit. As you take 2 bludgeoning damage, Zannah.
Well, that's
You know, maybe you just gotta get good. But that is her turn, and Zella, it is now your turn.
Okay. Can I try to
Oh,
cast...
sorry. My bad. I was trying to see
Read
that
it.
without.
You're good.
Oh, god damn it.
What are you trying to do,
Can
Zella?
I try to cast sleep on Valcrue?
You certainly can.
Okay, I'm reading that. So 5d8. Ooh, that probably doesn't get her.
And can you post the spell
Yeah.
description real fast? Alright, so you kind of toss out this magical energy in front of you, kind of enveloping up around. You see a burst of kind of mist that disperses in. And Valcrue, you can kind of distantly see this, but it's sort of hazy, as if looking through kind of colored, almost stained glass, where everything is kind of shaded in this dark reddish color, and your vision is slightly distorted, and your movements are not your own, but you watch as the sleep does not seem to take effect. Anything else, Zella?
I mean, I don't really want to shoot her, so I'll pass on to Ari and Elias behind me what's going on and see if they have any bright ideas.
Hey, Bree, you told me you couldn't be here for 15 minutes, so I gave you a one-off. Zannah, it's your turn.
Except I deserve to roll better. That's garbage. That was a +5, and I rolled a 6.
That is true.
Garbage.
Can I try to use the Bell Branch to cast Protection from Evil, the spell that's in the chat already?
You can, I believe. Does that take is it a charge?
It's as one action you can expend 1 charge to cast that.
Yep, so just mark off a charge, and you kind of take out the small branch and kind of jingle the bell on the top, and you see as the wispy energy begins to wrap around over Valcrue. And let's see. Any new save? Okay. Good to know. Alright, we will take that into consideration. Anything else, Zannah?
That's an action. So I guess I'm gonna move out of smacking range. This way.
All right, and she will take an attack of opportunity onto you as she swings out to smack you again. 14. I think that just hits. It does.
Mm-hmm.
For 0 bludgeoning damage. There is
So,
unfortunately a minimum
can
of
the
1.
staff? Can the staff? I was gonna ask if the staff could do negative damage.
No, there's always a minimum of 1, so you will take 1 bludgeoning damage. That's really funny, though. And Elias, it is your turn.
So we tried protect from evil and good, and it didn't seem to work.
It hasn't taken any immediate effect, no.
Okay. And she was still hostile as a result of it.
It appears so.
Okay. In that case, let me at least try and mitigate some of the damage that's coming through. So, let's get a sanctuary. I actually have to get into vision range real quick. That we're gonna get that onto. Get that onto Zannah over there.
Alright, so Elias, as you kind of step in and kind of pull a wave of this light blue energy, this protection that wraps around Zannah, providing almost like a blinding shield. And I don't think that is concentration. Yeah.
And then I will step back out.
Alright.
Okay, thanks.
So yeah, it's not a concentration, it's just running for a minute.
Ari. Ari.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Shit. Can I whack the bubble again?
Sure, give me an attack roll. Alright, roll me damage. You take out your sword and you whack into the bubble, and it like sticks into the water as it goes maybe about a quarter inch deep as you sink it into the magical bubble, and you kind of pull back, and the water just reseals over the small gash that you had made.
I would like to whack the bubble with my shield.
All right, give me an athletics check. You charge into it, kind of knocking your shield in, and the bubble is just resolute and just pushes back with a small boing, and you flip back onto your back in the bubble and kind of spin around once.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be sad in my bubble now.
All right. And I don't think. Okay. Let me check. No. Okay. So, as Valcrue then begins to come around towards you once more, Zannah, you see her lift up the staff and kind of look towards it, looking around, seeing that it's not doing too much, and kind of pulls out the dagger, now with a little bit more anger on her face. I said, get out! And she is going to swing. Actually, she needs to make a wisdom save first. So let me do that.
DC 13.
Yeah. She did succeed that. And a 13 does just hit. And so you will take 2 points of piercing damage, Zannah, as she comes up towards you once more. And Zella.
All right, you guys, I really can't see what else to do. So I'm going to explain I'm gonna try and cast sleep again. The way I see it, either we put the ghost to sleep, which is a win, then we can figure out what to do. Or we put Valcrue to sleep and the ghost has to leave, and then we can shoot her in the small time before she possesses someone else. That makes sense? That's what I'm gonna try to do.
It's either that or I get out of the bubble and smite the living shit out of this ghost for 1,000,000 radiant damage.
Yes,
Alright, so
I don't know how to get you
I
out
am
of
in
the-
a bubble.
So you're dropping a sleep right on Valcrue?
I'm gonna try again, yeah.
Alrighty.
I'd love to cast this at a higher level, but I don't have any.
Okay, as you kind of send out this magic surging towards Valcrue that wraps around this dust-like, you watch as Valcrue seems to look around and still that redness in her eyes, but you watch in horror as Zannah begins to sway and tip and fall over unconscious.
No! What? Hold on. Hold on. I didn't get to pick where that centers, right?
You do, but it's either her or you.
Ooh.
I figured instinctively you would choose her.
Oof. So I should not have gotten that close. Noted. Okay. I'm gonna back up. Look at the other two, be like, I'm so sorry.
We are so screwed.
Ah!
Alrighty. And next, that will bring us back to Zannah. Zannah, you are currently sleeping. There's kind of some fitful dreams, but you are lying there unmoving, just a small, maybe concussion on the side of your head. Elias.
Alright,
Whatever you do, do it loudly.
Thaumaturgy?
Elias, you did not catch what Zella said to you. You saw her
Yeah.
mouth moving, but not what she said.
if I step up, what do I see here? I see what I see, right?
Yeah, you should see what you see.
Give me one moment. Let's see if any of this shit will help. I don't think so. Is it possible to target whatever is possessing Valcrue with a sacred flame? Does that count as something I could see?
You can certainly not see it. You can see
All right.
Valcrue, but whatever is possessing her is completely encaptured inside.
Let's see if radiant damage does anything about that. Valcrue, please make a dexterity saving throw, DC 13.
Alright.
Bree can click it. No, Bree can click it.
Okay, sure.
I want to see if you touched my computer virtual dice well enough. Dex
What?
save. Pew. Okay.
That was a success. So yeah, Elias, you kind of send out these flames. Valcrue just kind of stands there and just kind of allows the flames to look up towards just this radiant before moving away at the last second with supernatural speed, and they just blast into the stone wall behind her.
Alright. I don't know what I can do to get that out then. We've got a protection from evil and good running. We've got a sanctuary on Zannah who's now asleep, and we'll see what happens. I pass the rest of my turn.
Alright, and Elias, you do watch as the magic that had been around Valcrue does fade as Zannah. I don't think the Bell Branch holds concentration for that. But you might want to check into that, Zannah. But I think as you fall asleep, that spell should fade. Alright, and on this turn, we're actually going to do it on the Ghost Initiative. So, as one of these has fallen asleep, Valcrue then turns and begins to emerge and rush towards the next nearest threat, which is Zella, kind of moving up with dagger drawn. She holding it up, you see this ferocity across her face, and just, get out! She swings out the dagger towards Zella. You can see this coming from a mile away, and you just dodge deftly out of the way. Ari.
I'm going to try to run over Valcrue with my bubble.
All right, another acrobatics check. All right, you kind of hop up from where you are on your back and begin to kind of rush and push and stumble, and the bubble moves again another maybe 5 feet over in Valcree's direction. But you're getting there. Okay, so yeah, then you probably maintain concentration on that, so it would fade when you went unconscious. Any bonus action that you want to try, Ari? Or is that it for you?
Fuck. Shoulda. Yeah, you know what? Well, let me. Yeah, I'm gonna compel duel, Valcrue.
Okay.
Come fight my bubble.
Actually, I need to check this. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I need an wisdom. As you kind of call out to it, your voice distorted from the bubble. Valcrue, you can very distantly hear Ari's voice coming out, but this entity possessing you does not seem to pay it any heed, still focused on Zella for the moment.
Bummer.
So is that it made the save, or is that it doesn't work through the bubble?
You were able to tell that the magic didn't seem inhibited by the... actually, I should check that before I say that. Give me 1 second. Before I go off and make my own, I want to make sure that it doesn't specify. I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't see anything specified. So yeah, it does look as if you are able to, that the magic is able to emanate out of it. Yeah. Cool. And then Valcrue, you kind of try and fight against this, trying to push your own mentality back against this ghostly figure, but so far it has been to no avail. Zella.
Are you sure?
I
I'm
am
here
sure.
now. You can free me from this.
I've been here the whole time. Look at me, unfree.
Cough.
I don't know.
Just punch me really hard.
I can take it.
I think that's the move.
You know, I only have 1 spell slot left anyway. If something hasn't worked twice, you should probably try it again. This time, let me be really careful. Let's see. Range of 90, within 20 feet. So.
I'll give the
You can't be
benefit.
double slept.
Yeah, I'll give the benefit and say that it doesn't work on already sleeping creatures.
Okay. Cool.
Double sleep.
I think that's probably a hot take, but I'm willing to go there.
Alright. I'm gonna learn after this probably that, like... Oh, I forgot the slash. Valcrue probably has a can't be magically put in. Wow.
No.
Oh.
That is an impressive roll.
Wow.
So sad.
Oh no.
Wow.
I give up.
Wow.
I tried. I used all my spells to be non-violent.
It's beautiful.
I
So,
appreciate it.
Once again, you toss out just this magical dust towards Valcrue, kind of splashing across her, but it seems to have no effect in slowing her down whatsoever. She just pushes right through the magical sleep. Meanwhile, Zannah, on the other side, you can hear a very gentle snore. Anything else, Zella?
Go back off.
I will stand here awaiting my fate.
Alright, Elias.
Whack. I'm just saying we've tried everything else.
Mhm.
I don't remember how this works in this edition. Does turn undead force a ghost out, Austin?
Based on your history, it's certainly possible. These type of effects are similar to like an exorcism, so it's certainly plausible.
Then yeah, I'll blow the base channel divinity, the turn undead one, to try that DC 13.
All right.
Time to exercise.
And I think that's a wisdom. Okay.
Yeah. There's a basic cleric one. I only have my special cleric one in here.
Okay.
Be fine.
So Elias, as you kind of hold up, I think it's your shield that has the holy symbol, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so you kind of hold the shield up in front of you, speaking some words in an ancient dialect as your shield begins to sort of glow. Zella, you kind of watch, waiting for the dagger to come down, and suddenly the redness disappears from Valcrie's eyes as there's a bit of a screech, and this figure is pulled, almost ripped from Valcrie's back as it is torn asunder from her. But Valcrie, you are now freed from the possession.
Hallelujah.
Anything else, Elias?
Actions. No, was that is
I believe that's
one
an action.
second. Channel divinity's an action?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
In that case, let's let's
At least that one.
bonus action and get Shillelagh going.
Alright, as you pull out the ethereal or coarse energy through your quarterstaff to cause the ethereal flail head to appear and kind of walk slowly towards the ghost, intimidatingly. The ghost, on the other hand, is going to use its time to move as quickly as it can as it begins to phase through the table and through the far wall. You watch as it moves across the dining hall away from you, Elias, and seems to disappear behind the doorway.
Austin, was she in like melee range?
She would have been, so you can take an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Sure. I already have a dagger. I don't know if it's gonna be special, but you know. Might as well, because it has to be a melee attack.
It does.
Or any attack. Cool. Then we'll just try a dagger. Already holding it. Nope. I'm bad again.
Oh my God.
Ghost made me good.
You're not
Garbage.
handling the
The
virtual
possession
dice
ball.
correctly.
No.
Gotta fondle those dice better, Brie.
Well.
Alright, so
I'll go
turning
fondle my
out
real
with
one,
kind of
see
the
what
staff
happens.
in one hand and kind of swinging wildly with the dagger, but the creature is already well out of your range and you just swing through air. But you do watch as it disappears through this doorway.
Garbage.
Ari, anything that you're doing?
Gonna roll this bubble into that ghost. It's gonna happen. Maybe. Maybe one day.
You kind of roll a little bit off course, but you make it another 5 feet or so, kind of bumping into one of the statues. Valcrie,
Well.
you now have your senses back to yourself.
Okay. She gonna do thaumaturgy. And she's gonna be like, "Ghost bitch, come back. I didn't get a piece of you yet."
Oh. Why would you do that?
She's angry.
I'm very angry.
It's a punk. You gotta
Do you,
call the
do you
punks
want to
out.
be possessed again? Because this is how you get possessed again.
Well, it's fine.
do,
Maybe
do you want
Zannah
ghosts?
can
Because
also
this is
wake
how
up.
we get ghosts.
But maybe Zannah can also wake up because it's really noisy. It was a double.
That is
Attempt.
true. Zannah, go ahead and give me a perception check. I'll say, yeah. As you kind of call out and your voice echoes through this room, Zannah, you are currently down on the ground, but you kind of stumble and kind of shake yourself awake.
Oh.
But it is... Valcrue, was there anything else that you wanted to do? Or are you just taunting
once
after the
Zannah-
ghost?
Mostly taunting, but once Zannah gets up, she'll just kind of like nicely wave at her. Like, whoops, my bad.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Alright. Zella.
I think she will just kind of step back so she can see that whole room, and just make sure she's got a crossbow shot prepared in case the ghost comes back.
Alrighty. And Zannah, as you kind of wake up on the floor, I assume you want to stand up. Is there anything else?
Is standing my action?
Half your movement.
Oh, half my movement. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna stand up, and I'll go, like, right here, because that looks like half my movement.
Alrighty. And Elias,
Sam,
is...
you want to talk about cheap?
Elias, it is back to you once more.
And I don't actively see the ghost anymore?
You do not. It faced through the door in the dining room area.
Somewhere back that way?
Yep.
Then you know what? How about we hold a sacred flame in case it comes back within range?
Alrighty.
Does that work?
It does indeed.
Cool.
And as you all begin to hold your actions, kind of waiting and watching, kind of preparing, goes by 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Is anyone doing anything or still waiting?
I'm still trying to roll my bubble.
Alright, are you still trying to roll into the dining room?
This is an ongoing process. I'm gonna get that ghost with this bubble, or hopefully the ghost is gonna get rid of the bubble to try to fight me.
Alright, as everyone else begins to hold and wait and watch, Ari begins to slowly hamster ball his way into the dining area and gets about here before he's caught with the decision of potentially getting stuck between the chest and the table or having to run over Zannah.
Choo-choo! Move, Zannah!
Zannah, roll me a dexterity save.
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
I don't wanna,
Kick him.
but I will.
Alright, so as you kind of hop up next to the table as he begins to push through the other direction and kind of spin his way, everyone else still watching and waiting. You get into this dining area and kind of spin your way up over, but after a minute or two, it's still quiet.
Where were we not supposed to go again?
The southern edge, the master bedroom and the office.
Okay. So, no spoilers or anything, but am I ever getting out of this bubble, or is this just how I starve to death?
It's been about 45 minutes that you've been trapped in here, and you're not sure when it's going to end.
You know, it's a good thing that water is permeable to oxygen. Got that going for us.
All right,
Got
the rest
that
of
going
you
for us.
The rest of you, as you wait like a minute to 5, kind of anticipating the ghost's return, which doesn't seem to happen. Kind of slowly let your guard down slightly. Maybe they're not coming back. Maybe they are. But what would you all like to do in the meantime?
Well, there's a chest in there if you guys are curious.
We're looking for a red gem, right?
Yes.
I feel like chests are a good place to hide gems.
I would agree.
I think we ought to find it.
Unless you're Ari, and then your chest is a gem.
Hey.
So yeah, whoever wants to go investigate and try and find it, I'll give you guidance.
I'd love to help, but
I mean,
yeah.
Valcrue will
There-
look in the chest.
There's no investigation needed. It is a single chest with no lock on it. And Valcrie, as you kind of bend down and lift up the lid, I do need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Screams.
God damn it.
Pray for me, guys. Nope. You didn't
I'm
pray
a
hard
cleric. I can only pray once an hour.
As
Damn
Valcrie
it.
goes and lifts up the lid of this chest, a smile just spreads across her face, and you just hear as she just begins to laugh and just rolls on the floor, just laughing hysterically. And it's almost a little bit terrifying as she just begins to roll on the ground. None of you know what's so funny within this chest, but she thinks it is hilarious.
Terrifying or hideous?
Maybe a bit of both. Some people might think it's a
Hashtag
cute giggle, but
toxic
there's
hideous laughter. It's
a few
fine.
snorts in there.
So I'm picturing So there's like Mulan 2 that people try not to think about. There's like the tallest sister. She laughed really weird. That's kind of what I'm picturing.
But yes, you see as the lid kind of drops back down and she just is laughing on the ground. Is anyone doing anything in reaction? Or just leave it in there to laugh?
I mean, I'm doing all I can.
So, Nicholas used this spell, so let's see if she gets another save in 6 seconds. If not, we'll do something.
I mean, it could be like the bubble where the normal spell works that way, but we'll just be here an hour.
Yep.
Or
Oh, that's
forever.
nice.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a sad way to die.
I mean, you wait for 6, 10, 15 seconds, and she's still there laughing, just kind of slamming her fist down on the tile, just kicking her feet.
Doesn't get a save.
I don't... Do you get a save on that one? I'll have to actually check. I don't... Let's see. Let me look over my notes.
You should. My abs are hurting.
Honestly, I could
One
sit
way
here
to
for
get
4
cut.
hours and let Austin narrate this laughter.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
We'll each take shifts.
Yeah.
We'll sit here laughing. Here we go.
I mean, that's one way to coerce Austin into ending the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you guys wait for 10, 15 seconds, it doesn't seem like the magic has abated at all. Valcrue, you're still thinking it's hysterical.
Cool. For now, I'm having a great time. I bet she's laughing at my dice rolls. That's what she's doing.
The true
Mm.
hideousness of the game.
I am
Truly
going
hideous.
to I'm gonna get her out of laughing by squishing her with the bubble. That's the new
Oh
plan.
no.
Alright, roll me an acrobatics check.
No.
Oh dear. Then we'll have 2.
You kind of
I
step
got one of the
forward.
day.
You step forward and kind of... It's a little bit tighter than you realize, and your foot kind of catches as the water kind of wraps up around it, almost restrains the foot and kind of pulls you, and you kind of fall onto your face and kind of roll a little bit, but it is more humiliating than effective. And Valcrue just thinks it's even funnier and laughs even harder.
That's what I was thinking.
Didn't know he was a slapstick comedian.
He's doing great.
Is anyone else doing anything?
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Valcrue, go ahead and give me another wisdom save.
Oh, cool. Okay, pray this time. Oh, it's better.
Alright. It's been at least a minute, and she still keeps laughing just in front of this chest. Is anyone else going to look in the chest, or are you all just gonna sit here and wait for Ari and Valcrue?
Yeah, we'll wait.
Yep.
That's fine.
Alright, Valcrue, just go ahead and give me another wisdom save.
Okay, if you insist. It's still funny. It's hysterical.
Rolling saves must feel good.
Alright, give me another one.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
As you all just watch as Valcrue just rolls and is starting to wheeze, her breath kind of as it is just Valcrue, it is almost painful, and you start to see kind of tears running down her eyes, and her eyes themselves look like they're kind of calling out for help, but she just continues to laugh in front of this chest as you all watch with just like growing concern and horror as it's been about 5 minutes of solid laughter.
Zannah, go slap her.
Can I
or
try
something.
again?
Alright, gonna try to do the slap.
Alright. You kind of move
Ow.
over, and she is just kind of wriggling on the ground, and it takes you a little while, but you kind of finally line up and just smack! Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save, Zannah.
Oh.
Or not
Oh,
Zannah,
no.
Valcrue.
I
Gosh
was gonna say, I was
dang
like,
it.
that doesn't make any sense. Unless
No,
it's contagious.
Valcrue. I don't know why it always
it-
makes you guys
It's
laugh,
a-
but
it's a slap.
Contagious?
Stick comedy.
Is it contagious?
Slapstick.
You kind of slap her, and she just thinks it's so funny. Now wheezing just...
I'm fucking wheezy.
Well, it is in character.
I know. Well, I mean, like the Toy Story penguin. He's wheezy.
Oh.
But she is still laughing hysterically.
Can I roll for my next minute yet to see if I actually get above like a 10?
Sure, go for it.
Yay!
And after about 7 minutes of laughter, she finally just begins kind of coughing and just kind of lays there for a moment. And there's still a little bit of a wheeze as she tries to breathe and recuperate. And when she tries to talk, it is a raspy whisper.
It wasn't so funny.
What's in the chest?
That's what I want to know. What's in the
Valcrue, as you
chest?
finally regain composure, you're able to relay. What you saw was some sort of platters or plates. They seem to be of gold or silver.
It's not that funny.
That's what I'm saying. It's not funny, and there's no gem. Better try again.
Do you want to keep the gold stuff?
I'm sure plates are heavy. As she's like clutching her like stomach now.
I don't know. Take them with us. Worst case scenario, we dump them.
There, Valcrue, are you going back over to the chest?
She never left the chest.
Okay, are you opening up the chest again?
Did it shut?
Yes. Whenever you kind of fell down, it fell back on closed.
That's a good idea. We might be here for a while. She'll say, you might want to come over here and help me, just in case.
Okay. There's now 3 of us sitting around the chest.
Cool. Now I got everybody.
There's
Okay.
now a 4th person sitting around the chest.
Do you really want plates that badly?
Apparently, if they're gold, that means money.
In terms of money, we have no money.
Exactly.
No money.
See.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well take the plates over here.
Valkyrie will attempt to lift up the chest and try to like hold it there, so it
Alright,
doesn't
so
shut
you
again.
once again lift up and kind of lean it up against the wall now. There is no additional effect, and you look in and you do
Cool.
indeed see stacks of golden and silver platters, and there's kind of a small box that is intricately carved off to the side.
Pick up the box.
I'll give you guidance if you want to examine and investigate, figure out what that is. Take a D4.
All right. Oop. Tab. Investigate the box.
Kind of reach down and grab the box and look it over, and you see
Oh.
they're beautiful carvings on it. It seems to be sort of depicting a large individual with a feathered hat and a mustache with a rapier fending off some sort of winged creature. And it looks pretty simple to open. It looks like it's just a sliding piece of wood on the top. Are you opening it up?
Sure.
All right, you kind of slide the top off, and inside you see rows of silver cutlery. Knives,
Cool.
forks, spoons of different sizes.
Alright, cool. Okay, I got silverware.
And this is a fairly large chest. To take all of this, which you certainly could try, but it would pretty much take all of you to fill up your arms and your packs to carry all of this silverware and plates and platters. As most of your packs are already pretty full with adventuring gear.
Yeah, well, whatever we can reasonably fit among our 4 packs. Try and shove one into Ari's bubble and see if we can get him one too, and let's see what we can carry with us.
You kind of try and shove one of these platters through the bubble, and it doesn't seem to break through the bubble. But you can you give the box of silverware to Valcrue, or to who Zannah kind of puts it in her pack, and between Valcrue, Elias, and Zella, I'll say that you can each grab about 4 plates apiece if you want to put 4 golden or silver, your choice, plates or platters. You can go ahead and add those to your inventory, but that kind of completely fills up your pack, and you have to kind of loosen the straps as you put it back on.
Sure.
Has this bubble
12.
changed at all in the last hour?
12 plates. As you kind of push on it once again, kind of just heaving, it doesn't seem to have shifted and changed. As you kind of are just tired and worn out, suddenly there's a sound as the entire bubble just crashes down, and the water just spreads across the floor before quickly fading away. And Ari, you were left there kind of rubbing your butt as you land down onto the hard tile, but you were finally free of the sphere.
Put this in your pack. We'll hand him 4 more plates.
All right.
So now we're
Can we
16 plates and
appraise the plates and silverware to get an idea of what they're worth?
Sure, you can roll me an intelligence check.
Well, Valkyrie can also look at it, but separately,
Th-
because they're kind of on top sides of the room.
I mean, they look to be silver plates. Gold and silver is worth money. It's a good-looking mansion. They're probably worth some coin.
How about 15?
Valcrue, looking at these, you know that these are not even gilded. Typically, things like this are gilded metal. Most of these are fairly solid, at least the silver ones. The gold ones do seem to be more on the gilded side, but for gold, it's still worth a pretty penny. You're not sure what that range is, but for plates and cutlery, this is probably about as good and expensive as it comes.
I think we got good money here.
Okay. Well, now that I am free of my bubble, like to. Where was the statue that had the actual suit of armor on it?
There are two of them.
Is it this one or this one?
They are down on the southern side. Oh. There's one in plate armor and one who is in kind of half plate and chainmail.
Okay, plate. Let's. Is the plate armor in my size?
Roll me a d20. Yeah, as you look at this armor, you're a fairly average height, a fairly muscular individual. This armor, it is made for someone slightly taller than you, but roughly the same height, but far larger in the chest and stomach area. You could probably salvage enough to make half plate, and you could wear the armor, but it would probably half your movement speed.
Half my movement speed to wear the half plate, or half my movement speed to try to wear the full
plate? You could probably butcher some half plate from what's here and what you have, but if you wanted to get the full plate, it is so unwieldy and unfitting that it would about half your movement speed while wearing it.
Hey, brother Elias, you know any blacksmiths?
Yeah, I know a few. What's up?
You think they could resize this to fit me?
Quite easily. I mean, well, quite easily, but probably a week worth of work.
How much you reckon it'd cost?
Couple hundred, maybe 1,000. Probably about as much as the plates we're stealing. Sounds perfect to me. Grab it. Put it on. Let's go.
So, if it is in fact for someone much bigger than me, can I still have room in my pack for all the plates and just put this on over the armor I'm already wearing?
So the entire armor would be very difficult. It's kind of in one area. It's significantly bigger. Well, not entirely, but it would be difficult to just add on top. You'd probably have to replace one or the other. There are some places where it could fit over and some places where it wouldn't. It's not kind of a all dimension sort of thing.
Hey, full plate's expensive. If we can save 3,000 gold gearing you up, let's fucking do it. If we can cut that down to whatever we've pilfered here.
Full plate's 1,500, but or at least base rules is, but that would yeah, we could save some money hopefully getting this resized versus buying something from scratch. Seems like the kind of thing, you know, like going to a tailor, you know, costs a little money, but it's a lot cheaper than buying a new suit.
Exactly. It's probably half as much to get it resized as to buy raw materials and get it built.
Yeah.
And it's a fuck of a lot faster. So yeah, I'd say take the plate, we'll take the speed hit, and we'll move on.
Alrighty. Well,
it's a dungeon crawl. We take the shit we find, like...
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Alright, and let me check something real fast. I believe. I know there should be a section here specifically for it, but we'll say over the course of the next about 10 minutes or so, with the help of everyone else, you're able to sort of unstrap your current armor, pull it all off, and strap on this heavy metallic suit with pauldrons and helmet and the full getup. It is quite extensive. But yeah, after about 10 minutes, you're able to pull this stuff on, kind of leaving your own armor behind.
Oh, there's a chart at the bottom of the Roll20 compendium if that's what you were looking for.
I think it's 10 minutes for full.
Donning heavy armor is 10 minutes. Doffing it's 5. Cut in half if you have help.
Yep, that's so yeah. Between pulling your armor off and putting this one on, it's roughly about 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. I'm a slow boy with a high AC.
Alright, what room do we want to pick next? Where do we know that there are doors? We know there's a door there, and the ghost went through it. We know there's a door here.
Yep.
We know there's a door here.
Yep.
I saw a chest. Saw a chest in this room through the window.
There's also a staircase or two.
Yeah, there were staircases there and there.
Now that our door opener's back, what door do you want to pick?
Closest door.
Alright, I'll come help you. The backup door opener. The cleric's not allowed to touch the door because the cleric's the one with the magic to free you when the door fucks up. Alright.
I would like to open the door.
All right, you. This door does appear to be locked.
All right, brother Elias, backup door opener extraordinaire, and only door unlocker.
Alright, let's half-ass it with a sleight of hand and a guidance so we don't waste time.
Go for it. Whew. Just enough. Yeah, as you kind of begin to set at it, you're still a little bit distracted, kind of trying to think through everything, kind of the weight of your backpack, you're having to shift it, and eventually you set it down as it takes a moment to kind of get through this. And just as you're about to get finished, you almost lose your track of the tumbler that you're on, but you just barely catch it and push it back up into position, turning it as the door opens up once more. You can see in this room, you see two rather large chests. One of them wood and one of them more steel.
Someone else's turn to trigger a trap. I vote brother Elias.
I mean, if you investigate it and check it for traps before you fling it open, that's probably your best bet. Does anybody have good investigate to do that?
Valcrie can if I didn't roll like garbage.
Alright, I'll give you a D4. Investigate it before you open it. Try and find the trap before triggering the trap.
Okay.
I'm also happy to investigate things next time.
Ha!
I mean,
Finally.
there's two chests. We can do it twice.
Oh, there's Valcrie. Valcrie.
Yeah.
So you coming up? Are you looking over and inspecting the chest?
She would be
which one?
Inspecting. So, is it in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one looks like
There's
it's
a steel
more...
and a wood one.
She'll check out the steel.
Alright, kind of moving down, you see these plates of steel that are kind of wrapped up, and you kind of look around, kind of observing the edges. This one, you see a heavy padlock is on the front of it. Kind of looking over the edges, you don't see anything that is inherently mechanically trapped. As you're kind of walking around, you kind of place your foot down, and just before it about hits the carpet, you stop as your eyes just catch some discoloration. And you kind of pull back and look at it, and it doesn't really look like anything, but you remember when you had stepped through the study, the reception area before, that some discoloration on the carpet had actually hidden what seemed to be a rune of some sort.
Yeah, this one's booby trapped.
And it doesn't seem to be
A
on
wood
the
one?
chest, but on the room itself.
On the whole room?
It's a place in the carpet, so it's not on the chest. It's like in the room.
Okay. Well, I digress.
Avoid
There's a
the rune. Open the chest that opens, and we can start picking the other lock if the gem's not in it.
Correct.
So where exactly is the rune? Is there a certain square I can't stand on, Austin?
It's about right here. Right in
Okay.
front of the wooden chest and kind of to the side of the steel one. So
Okay.
to open the wooden one, you'd kind of have to either reach over or kind of get at an angle, but you could kind of make your way around the steel one to try and open that one. Both of them
And that
do
one's
have
locked?
both of them seem to have large padlocks on them.
I will take an attempt to open the lock. I'll do the lock slowly. Do you want to open the wood one first? We said the wood one's not trapped, we don't think?
No, the trap is on the ground in between the two chests. It's more difficult to get to the wooden one without stepping on that area, so unlocking it would be more difficult. Essentially, any checks will be at disadvantage. The steel one seems to have a more robust lock, but you can more easily get around the trap. Or the ward, rather.
I will take my time and use my nice tools and try and open that steel chest that's intricately locked, and I will guide myself for that one.
Alright, go ahead and
In the
give me a roll.
meantime, do you guys... That takes 10 minutes. Do you guys want to open the wood one while I start on the steel one? I imagine that it will take... If it takes you a couple tries to open because it's hard to get to, you might open it at about the same time I work my way through the good one. Make sense?
Sure.
How would wood hold up to a wolf's bite?
Probably
Hopefully
pretty
poorly.
well.
It's a very large padlock.
Alright, Elias, you begin to set through and kind of focusing on the steel one. It's going to take some time. This is a pretty intricate lock, so you kind of set down and take your time, begin to process. In the meantime, are you all just waiting, or did anyone else want to try something on the wooden chest?
I have nothing to pick locks with, so the only thing I can do is smite metal. Which is a thing I can do, but I try to save those for emergencies.
If two of you work at it, it cancels out being at disadvantage and you're flat.
Well, you do also...
So yeah, but we need a proficiency in something related to it, and what am I gonna do?
As well as the tools.
Yeah, like I don't have
Whacking.
it. I have a shiny sword that I can try to slap a lock with until I can smite it. Like I don't think that's a great plan.
I can heat the metal and then you can hit it and hopefully it'll break.
Ooh, actually,
that
do you have a
would work.
club? Do you have a club? I just need something to. I think bludgeoning would work better for that.
We have
I
3
have-
staves!
All right, so someone hand me
Yeah.
a staff and heat the metal, and we'll try it.
Alright. Heat the metal. Maybe. Did it do anything? Roll.
It has not rolled yet.
Alright, computer, don't be dumb. Try again.
Boop!
Does it
Alright.
heat the metal?
So Zannah, you kind of step in and begin to focus your energy towards this lock that is there, and kind of pulsing out this heated energy. You see as the metal itself does begin to glow a reddish color at first. And kind of focusing on it, the longer you focus, it does turn kind of a red, and then in areas a white, and you see as it starts to slightly elongate. See maybe a little bit of movement there.
All right, I'm gonna grab Brother Elias's staff and whack. Does a
That will definitely
23?
hit.
Does a 23 hit?
Roll me a d4 plus strength.
Well.
Alright. As Zannah, you can see, is actually doing quite a bit, and the steel is starting to actually kind of peel away. As you kind of whack at it, you see as it kind of moves and spins a little bit on the arm, but it didn't seem to actually cause much damage. And in fact, you actually see now a darkened kind of spot on the quarterstaff. It didn't do nothing, but it didn't do much. The heat metal seems to be doing more.
I'm gonna keep eating it.
Alright. You watch as the
Seems like
reddish
a move.
color turns now more of an orangey yellow. It's only a small burn mark. It's fine. Slightly charred. Over easy. Alright, are you just continuing out the heat metal, or is anyone else trying anything?
I'm gonna keep the heat on it. Anybody else can do other things.
Does anyone have any ice magic?
Nope.
Not yet.
I'm just thinking like if we take it from heat metal to like ray of frost or some equivalent, we could fucking just metal just shatters when you do that. I think. Or at least it gets really brittle. It doesn't. It gets really brittle,
It's
and then
really strong.
Well, no. If you do it right, but if you do it wrong, you can overdo it and make it brittle, and then it'll just shatter, right?
I mean, kind of. You make cast iron, it becomes very hard, but breakable.
I mean,
heating and cooling the metal does theoretically increase all of the kind of cell structure in it, making it easier to break. But regardless, Zannah, she kind of focuses on this. This lock is not quite as robust, and the heat metal itself over the course of a minute is able to burn through enough. We're kind of prying and working at it long enough. You are able to get it kind of pry it open, and but any attempt to sort of open this thing will come with some innate risk trying to avoid the ward. So whoever is trying to open this is going to need to give me a dexterity check.
Anybody particularly dexterous?
not what Ari do,
No.
especially not heavily encumbered.
I can't really do shit to help you. I'm 1 minute into like a 5-minute check.
Yep.
I can help with dexterity related things a little bit. Pretty much.
You might be our most dexterous person.
Yeah.
And so
We are.
as
we are
Ari
actually 40.
Ari kind of moves out of the way, and Zella, you kind of come up. Valcrie kind of points out where it is, and you kind of put one foot on one side and reach over and put one foot on the other, kind of in the middle of a half split, and kind of begin to lift up. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
Hmm.
Whew. And able to hold on just enough, your legs start to shake. The weight of it actually makes it significantly more difficult, but you're able to pull up the chest and kind of use it to propel you, and you kind of flip over to the other side and breathe hard as your legs sort of recover. And it was definitely not easy, but you got through it. And
So is it open?
yes, it is indeed open.
Ooh.
Inside, you can see a small quiver that seems to have shorter, almost arrows in it that seem to be made for like a crossbow. You also see a wand inside, as well as this dark armor that seems to be made of hide, that almost looks to be charred and blackened.
I
Well-
think Val's
Gee.
gonna pick up the wand.
I will bring the wand for you, crossbow bolts for me, and
Nice.
does anyone want burnt animal skin?
Clearly enthralled.
Probably magic armor of some sort.
Yeah.
I can wear burnt animal skin.
Enjoy!
The burnt animal skin is all yours.
Bon
Cool.
appetit.
Can I make it back with the things, or do I need multiple
Yes.
trips?
No, as like
Cool.
you kind of pull them out and kind of hand them to everyone. And Zannah, you are handed over your burnt animal skin. As Zella, you take the crossbow bolts, and looking at them, there are about 10 of them inside. And they do seem to be made of this silver-like material with dark purple and black plumes, and they seem very well crafted. Valcrie, as you're handed over this wand, you see that it is made of kind of a burled, dark wood that is kind of knobby, but comes to a fine point at the end.
Neat. Is there any way to tell if it's like special, besides the fact that it's a wand to help channel magic?
From just looking at it, no. You can
Bippity
make an
boppity
Arcana
boo.
check, or try and
Ooh.
if you have any detecting magic.
Nah, nah.
Boo.
She can Arcana. Yes, she can
Ooh.
Arcana.
All right,
She
so as you
book
begin
smart.
to kind of look over this wand, and Brother Elias kind of still working at the chest. Elias, it's been about 5 minutes as you've been at this, and sweat is starting to bead on your brow. As you're working away on this, you kind of chip at one of your tools, and one of them nearly breaks, and eventually you get a couple of the tumblers, but then they pop out again, and it is just grueling work. And despite how you've gotten pretty deft at doing this by now, you're not new to breaking open locks, but this one is a bit tough. You might be able to get it, but it would probably take you at least an hour to properly get it.
I will relay that information and ask everybody if they want to wait.
Do I need
What
to
if
burn
we-
this one too?
Well, so I thought
Or
about
if
that.
you want to explore while I do it.
What could go wrong?
I learned
Exactly.
how well that worked.
So, yeah, no. Problem with using heat metal on the steel box is the whole box would heat, and that would probably be bad for whatever was inside the box.
Debatable.
I mean, if I were spitballing,
If it was the red gem, though,
See, that would
it
be
wouldn't
important.
affected. It wouldn't be affected, though, would it?
I
We
would
don't
hope
know.
not.
we don't know that.
Corundum's not going to be effective, but if this is made out of something else, like... We could always do like a split up and search for clues where we go into a 2 and a 3 if one person wants to make sure I don't like die while opening this. And then 3 people keep exploring.
Metagame, we could leave the happy couple.
She's probably one of the better people at investigating shit though.
Yeah.
That's true, but we need a door opener.
So
Yeah,
a door
I can
opener, an
investigate
investigator,
too.
and one more person, and then somebody just stays with me.
I can just stand as a dire wolf as your guard.
Save the people for now, but yes. How about you and I keep working on this lock, and they go off and try and find the gem otherwise?
Alright, let's
Sure.
do it.
All right. So as you
And
all
break.
begin to head off, but Valcrie, as that was happening, you were able to take a look at this wand, and you were able to figure out what this actually did. Kind of sensing this almost enchantment-like magic over it. It's fairly similar, or fairly basic and simple. And you know that this wand is capable of causing people to be forced to have their face shifted into a scowl for a short period of time, and seems to
love
regain
it.
magic every day.
Perfect. I will enjoy this greatly.
All right, but yes,
So-
Valcrie, Ari, and Zella, you are kind of off to try and look and explore, and there are doors all around you. Each chamber seems to have 2 to 4 of them, as well as the multiple staircases that you have found.
Well, if I were a pretty gem, I'd want to be upstairs.
Up the stairs we go.
And
Would
then
it make
into
sense to stay on this level until they're done with the chest so we're super easy to find?
Yeah. Where are the other doors then?
And remember
the
that
only-
where you were warned of was the south side of the 2nd floor.
oh,
So we avoid the
okay.
south side.
Yep, let's
And we
avoid
saw
that
a
then.
chest in the room down here from the window, right?
That was the one that you guys just. That was the room that
other
you were
side.
just in.
Okay, I thought there
I
was.
thought she was saying this
Okay,
one.
so then is this a door right here?
Yes, I think this is a door.
Okay.
That is a door.
Door opener.
Is it open?
That door is locked.
Is it locked if I try to break it down?
You tell me. Roll a strength check.
Ooh.
Not my day, guys.
You kind of put your shoulder into it, but you've been sitting in that bubble a little bit. You're not exactly ready for physical activity just yet, apparently, and it was kind of a half-hearted attempt, and it doesn't look like a strong door, but that wasn't enough to get past it.
Well, do you want to try the other door?
Sure. Next door option. Whichever one that was.
Can we find this door?
There are
Or did we?
Is
lots
that
and
one?
lots of doors.
I guess we can try this door.
Alright, you kind of come up towards this door, and this door is actually unlocked. And as you move and open this one up, it opens up to another small chamber. And you see about 3 different large barrels in different various corners, as well as a large crate that is kind of a long crate along the bottom, along the ground here.
What's the trap in this room?
Can I investigate the room?
I would like to assist.
Yes.
Sure. Zala, go
Well,
and
I
roll
am
me an
good at that.
investigation at advantage.
Nice,
Alright.
nice.
You look around this room, kind of inspecting the tile, the floor closely, looking at the walls. You don't find any signs of a ward on the floor here. And you don't really find anything along the edges of the walls. However, you do notice a few small symbols inset into the wood on the inside of the windows.
I'll point out the runes. I don't know what they mean, but
Can
This is the
Valcree
only
see
thing I
if she knows what it means?
Sure, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay, I don't think it'll be as good as the first time, but that's okay. Arcana! Oh, okay, it's still...
It's not too bad.
wow.
That's not bad
Yeah.
at all.
Oh, magic.
As you kind of take a look at these, Valcree, you see that one is placed on the wood right underneath the window next to the glass, and it looks like it is set to trigger some sort of enchantment magic if the glass itself is broken. The other one you see is placed on the wood itself, and it looks like it is set to cast some sort of... It almost appears to be necromantic magic if the window is opened.
Well, if I had to guess, I would assume these are a means of detracting burglars and those breaking in. Like us.
Necromantic magic in case you're gonna have the window open and you don't want bugs coming in.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
Every bug trying to fly in is gonna need a wisdom save.
Well, should we start
Yeah, I think
checking out the barrels or the chests?
barrel searching is in order.
Okay.
Each
Alright.
take a barrel, convene at the chest.
Yep.
All three of you can roll me an investigation check. Dang, guys.
Nice.
Okay. So we'll start out
team.
with Ari first. Ari, as you move next to this one, this seems to be a almost metallic like canister rather than a barrel, and you see
Is there
an
beer in it?
odd
'Cause I will-
tube coming out of it, and kind of sniffing around it. It does seem to have a sort of barley-esque smell to it. That is, there is some sort of fermented liquid inside of here.
Oh my goodness! Tested specific gravity.
Valcrie and Zannah, as you kind of look near these barrels, one of them seems to be filled with barley, and one of them seems to be filled with corn.
It's where they
So-
came.
so-
and the alcohol. Yes.
Can I use my expertise in distilled spirits and other fermented beverages to surmise the type of spirit present in this barrel?
You can try. Roll me an investigation check or intelligence check rather.
Yeah. Can I get advantage? Because really, this is my wheelhouse.
Sure.
He's got to know what the alcohol is. Oh my god. He really knows.
What year? What year?
You
is
know
it?
what, Joe? Why don't you
What
just give
room?
me? Why don't you give me the description of what this is?
No, I'll let you go ahead. I will not spoil the dungeon with meta knowledge.
No, go for it. That's a natural 20. I need the meta
That's a
knowledge
nat
on this
20.
one.
All right. So you've got barley. Barley is turned into 6-row malt, which is used as the primary distillate for any whiskeys or any bourbons. The fact that you also have corn means that it could not be a single malt. It must be a blend of multiple malts together. That
Ooh.
corn by itself also would not be able to be turned into alcohol without that barley there. You are dealing with either an American whiskey or a bourbon.
Ooh.
There you have it.
But
There we have it.
That's what I kind of guessed, but we wanted to be
Expertise.
sure. Okay. That being said, how heavy is this barrel?
It seems to be very sizable. It is probably a 3.5 foot tall barrel that is maybe 1.5 to 2 feet in diameter, completely
So can I-
filled with liquid.
Can I roll it?
It has like a spigot or a spout on top, so if you tried to roll it, things would spill out.
Oh, can I close the spout and then roll it?
You can drink it.
Well, I mean that's on the to-do list, but I don't want to drink an entire barrel of whiskey in one sitting.
No. Crazy talk.
Yeah,
500.
I'm sure that there
17
is some way of
pounds.
closing off this spigot. So yeah, I'll say that it kind of has like a very simplified valve on top, but yeah, moving this barrel is going to be very difficult.
What's the whiskey economy like? Cause you know, in the real world, a full barrel of premium bourbon or whiskey would probably be worth substantially more money than some silverware. So yeah, I'm thinking this could be our start in the bar market.
I'll say with that natural 20, you do know from the look of this room, it does appear to not be the highest quality and rather more of a home brew. But
Okay.
moving the barrel would be substantially difficult regardless, even getting it through the door on your own would be a task.
Okay, well, I guess in that case, I'm going to use my my mess kit and get a bowl full and sample this.
Alright, sure. You kind of
I wanna see how good this whoever lives here is at brewing.
take some time and lean over the barrel, kind of try and pour some into the bowl and test it out, and it's not bad. It's respectable, but it's still a work in progress. Nothing revolutionary.
Yeah, cool. Excellent. To the to the chest.
chest.
All right, and as you all kind of meet up at the
inside.
chest, and you probably can't. There. Oh, you can. Cool. As you all kind of meet up back at the chest
Stacked.
inside, you can hold Alt as well so that you don't snap into squares if you want to
That's
position
so
yourself.
effort.
What?
I mean, that's
Oh.
Yeah. Look at
Oh,
that.
that's extra.
Yeah. But yes, as you open this up, there does seem to be other brewing supplies as well as various other smaller quantities of ingredients.
Y'all want to start a tavern?
I know how to serve. I don't really know what goes into making.
Well, I don't either, but can't be that hard, can it?
We'll call it the sneezing yordle.
Sure. Sneezing yordle. No.
Goodness.
What would be the off-brand?
Okay. Distillery explored.
Do you want to put the wheel outside? We can try.
Nah.
Okay, what was the other? Oh, there's the ghost bitch door if we want to go that way.
Yeah, let's try this one. I don't really want to try to break down that door again.
Oh, there's two doors.
Yep, there is a door here as well as a door over here.
I'm choosing antique ghost bitch door, preferably.
Which one was that one?
What's behind door number 2?
I'm pretty sure she went to the back.
She
so
went to the back. Yep, she went to this
Oh,
one.
okay.
yeah. So I'm gonna go slightly off.
What's
Alright.
in this one? Is this one unlocked?
That one is also locked.
All right.
Oh my god.
let's see if we can break this one down. Please, can we break this one down?
Yes.
Please, please.
Yes, very much so. As Ari, this time you just pick your foot up and just kick in through the door, and you watch as it spirals in, and the door actually lands in the center of the room. And you watch as it seems to trigger some sort of latent ward on the floor. But the magic goes off and emanates, and you see a vibrant variety of colors as green, orange, purple, and blue shoot out of the floor in a moment, and you kind of blink and you shake your head, but don't seem to be under any effect.
Yo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
Inside,
I'm not sitting in this chair.
Yeah, inside you do see another large chair, as well as a wooden chest that has steel straps across it and another large padlock, and other various bits of detritus, wooden kind of pallets, pieces of clothing, different tops to crates or barrels, and some other various items that don't seem to be worth a whole lot.
I guess we should just jump straight to the chest.
I suppose so, yes.
That's typically where I start.
Ha ha ha.
The treasure holder it is.
All right. Do you guys have a way of dealing with the lock?
It's like leather bound, right?
No. That is a steel padlock.
Well,
No, but
I guess
leather
maybe I
like
don't.
actually holds the chest together, right?
No, steel
No.
holds a wooden
Sadness.
chest together.
Sadness. Knew I should have taken an axe.
Me thinks we can't do this.
Well. So, you guys know how to unlock it?
Items do I have? I know I don't have a tools. Yeah, nope. I got nothing.
Alright, well, I guess we'll put a pin in this one. Ghost Lady door.
Yay.
Also locked.
Ugh.
Can break.
Can break.
You can indeed. As this time you also just kind of tired of this and wanting to get through this damn place, just kick down and break open the lock on the door frame as it busts open and swings open. You see a large statue nearby, and once again another large steel and wooden chest, as well as some broken pieces of statue, some dirt and some sand. And as you enter, I do need a Constitution save from Valcrie and Zella. And actually from Ari as well.
Is that a con?
Yep.
I used all my good rolls up breaking down doors. Here we are.
It's okay. We'll just all get conned to death. It's fine.
Con to death?
You heard me.
Okay. Okay. So as you guys step in, there is suddenly a ward that activates on the center of this statue. And you see as a greenish gas begins to spray out in multiple directions, just kind of hissing out, and quickly you begin to cough and wheeze as this mist kind of sets over you all. And you all begin to kind of retch up as this nauseating gas spreads out and just kind of turning, and some of you begin to retch and heave, and your eyes begin to water as it spreads out through this area. And at that same time, from on the other side of the room, you see a shape begin to manifest once again.
Ghost bitch.
As that
Ghost
ghostly lady does come back into view. And I'm going to need you three to roll me some initiative.
Doesn't he have the decency to let us finish our
Let's
puking? Wow. Okay, guys, they're gonna make me look really bad. Or I'm just gonna do it to myself. Yeah, it's fine. I got this.
I mean, you know.
Protect me from the ghost bitch, please. We all know how that went.
Alright. And for the natural 20s, I'll go ahead and let you guys roll an extra con save. So, Zella, if you want to give me a Constitution save. And that is still not enough, so go ahead and give me one more. Alright, as you kind of cough and retch for a minute, you kind of wipe your eyes as you're able to push through this cloud that erupts. And you are able to kind of stave off the effects for this turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to immediately shoot the ghost lady.
Go for it.
I know we don't know what they do yet, and I was specifically told not to do this. But would there be time for me to put one of the new bolts in just in case my regular bolts don't do anything against a ghost?
As a just in case, probably not.
No, like I will do 2 regular and 1.
Oh, okay, I
don't know
gotcha.
what it's at.
So you're firing 2, and as you like go to quickly reload, you're just throwing in one of the new bolts.
Yep.
All right, yeah, sure, I'll allow that.
So that'll be the last one. Cool.
Okay. Go for it. All right, and all 3 of those will hit. Go ahead and roll me damage. Extra D8 on the
Woohoo.
middle one.
Yep.
All right, so you fire out these first 2 bolts. They do seem to somewhat phase through, but still tear off part of the entity. You see that it does seem to be resistant to these effects, but the 3rd shot just fires through and cuts in, and you notice that it actually flies a lot straighter than you had expected and does a little bit more damage as it seems to get past the resistance. And you can now tell that these are +1 silver crossbow bolts.
Ooh.
So you can take that into
Oh-ho-ho.
account. But that will do 10 and 20. Perfect, that's easy. But these 2 quick bolts that cut through it do seem to kind of, you see as it howls and kind of releases, and you see those red eyes spark with anger. Ari, go ahead and give me a Constitution save at advantage. All right, and you are able to fight off the gas as well.
All right. We whack.
All right. That'll hit. And that is a magical weapon as well. So you cut through and you watch as you also are able to cut in and actually affect the creature and get past its resistance. Anything else?
Woo. A push. Yes.
Go for it. Give me an athletics check. As you push out your shield, the shield just phases through the body. As it comes out on the other side, it did not seem to be affected by the push. And now this creature. And it is going to... let's see, does it have to... Okay. So it is going to float over and hover over the chest and looks towards Zella, who had just shot it. And Zella, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
No.
This is only fair.
Yeah.
And you all watch as this creature sucks in and gets consumed inside of Zella as it fades into her body, and her eyes light up that vibrant red, and the crossbows now point in Ari and Valcrie's direction. Valcrie, what are you doing?
I believe I'm vomiting.
Oh yeah, I need a con save. Flat.
I believe I'm vomiting.
Besides that, that's a great question.
Alright, so yes, you are kind of looking, your eyes are watering, you're just kind of vomiting up, and you spend your action here kind of affected by this poisonous gas retching and reeling. But you still have movement, if you would like.
Well, and a bonus action if I have one.
That's true.
Okay. Unfortunately, my puppy's laying on me, which is really cute, but it means I have to lean over to read, so hold on. That's not what I need. Oofy. Well, as she was the person being possessed, she doesn't know what she needs to do to make them unpossessed. Oh. And she doesn't have any Jedi mind tricks. So... yeah. I can't think of another result right now. So I guess we're gonna try the streaking starlight staff, as well as move to the back corner, preferably away from the smog, if she can. But while she's at it, she's then going to do the starlight and see what happens. So 16.
Oh, that's why I've got this cloud. 16 does hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
2! Haha! Bamboozled.
Alright, so Zella, as this streak of starlight goes out towards you, you do take 2 points of damage, which I've marked off. 2 points of radiant damage. As this piece of starlight strikes into you, and you can kind of see all this happening through a weird shade and distortion of red. You're still perceptive of what's happening, but you can't control your body. Ari, go ahead and roll me another con. No, you are just out of it.
So wait, the thingy's in possessing Zella now, or
Yep.
Valcrue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Zella.
And Zella.
Okay.
Yeah, our arrow shooter that can dish out arrows. Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh shoot, hang on. Well, sadly, I do not have a turn undead.
Yeah.
Which is a medium oof at least.
I think it's a
but-
pretty big oof on this part.
Fuck! Why did I not prepare that spell? How do I feel about Oh, you know what? I have a plan. I'm gonna take out my sock of silver coins.
Ah, yes.
And I'm gonna slap Zannah with my sock of silver coins.
Zella.
Zella, excuse me.
Sure. Give me a strength roll. You kind of
Sadness.
swing out the sock, and Zannah just kind of sidesteps out of the way. As she moves towards, kind of sidesteps out of the way and has her crossbows ready and drawn.
I'm gonna push her with my shield.
Actually, hold on. I need to look. Is this? No. Okay. So yeah, you kind of have to step up to get her, but you kind of
Yeah.
push out. Give me an athletics check.
Not my day.
Yeah, you try and reach out with the shield, and she's just able to pull back just enough to avoid being hit by the metal of the shield, and the red eyes kind of look at you as she aims the crossbow bolts, one in your direction and one at Valcrue. And so the first one will be at disadvantage.
Wow.
And the second one... Whew! Alright, so Ari, you're going to take 5 points of piercing damage, and Valcrue,
That
you're going to
is,
take 5 points of piercing damage.
Hellish Rebuke.
Is that... Wait, hang on. Is that with those magically type bolts, or are they just silver?
These ones, she does not have knowledge, so these ones are just regular.
Okay, sweet. So I only take 3 damage.
Hellish
Or I only
Rebuke.
take 2 damage. Because heavy armor master.
So
Okay.
then.
Go ahead and roll me 2d10, and Zella
So it
roll-
actually has to be twice that because I'm warlock. So
Oh.
it's actually gonna be a 4d10. So I'm just gonna click it twice.
4d10. What level of spell is it?
That's a level 1 spell, and it has to be a level 2, is my understanding.
That'd be
So
It
Unless-
increases by 1d10.
Yeah, so it's 3d10.
Oh, sorry. 3d10, thank
You
you.
are all good.
But anywho, so I'll click on it and then I'll roll the additional, I guess is what I'll do. Because I didn't code it, because that's silly, apparently. I thought I clicked it. I don't know what it's doing.
It's coming.
I'll try again.
And
Okay.
Joe, to answer your question, yes, it is. Any active action will not allow you to take a rest. So Zannah could have a short rest if she waited the whole hour, but you cannot.
That's what I figured.
Well, see, I don't automatically get the hit. It's still DC 13.
Yep, which she
That's why I'm-
passed, so she'll take half damage.
Okay, well, it's taken forever, so we're just gonna do the typies.
That'll work.
Typies.
15. All right, so she will take
7. It rounds down, right?
It
Damage-
rounds up in this
damage rounds
game.
out, yeah. So she will take 8.
Oh wait.
There we go.
When
So
it's in your benefit, it rounds down. When it's like when you're doing it, it
always
rounds
helps
up.
you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So yes, Valcrue, as you kind of get hit by this bolt, you just send out this flame in response, and you did take 5 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
But Zella, these flames wrap around you and you start to burn in towards you. And Valcrue, it is now your turn.
Well, I'm trying to see if I have anything that's a little bit passive, because I don't want to keep hurting her. Truthfully, I don't know.
I'm feeling this silver sock. I think it's gonna
Silver
do
sock.
it. I really believe.
Silver sock of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. It was the best preparatory thing I ever did.
I think. Oh, hold on. What does this do really quick? Let me verify. Ooh, that might be the most passive thing I can do. But the other one sounds really fun because I haven't gotten to do it yet. Ah, problems. Yeah, okay. I think I should try to do this first. So, we're gonna try hold person so maybe she can't hurt us.
Ooh.
And maybe the
Oh,
ghost
hey.
will get pissy. So that's what we're gonna try.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Ha ha!
Well, my thing's mine's a 13!
wait.
I'm a 13!
I rolled. Hold on. Nope, it has +1, not +2, so that's actually an 11. So yeah, as you
But-
kind of send out this energy towards
Yo,
Zella,
yo.
you see as
Oh.
her body starts to lock up and she doesn't seem to be moving any longer.
Okay, so we get, at the end of each turn, so we can re-roll. Okay, so seeing that it works, Valkyrie's gonna be like, okay, she can't move. What should we do? And that's her turn.
And at this point, Zannah, you can start to hear some sort of commotion coming from up to the north, but you're not sure what it is.
Valkyrie's gonna be sure to be loud, just in case.
Yes, so you hear a
Sure
commotion and
do.
Valcrue calling out excitably.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Zella is currently, and I think this will be on her turn. Gets a little complicated. End of each turn, so we'll go ahead and roll another wisdom save.
I'm gonna pass on information to Brother Elias that I'm hearing somewhat of a commotion.
Think low. Think low. Low is safe.
All right, Ari, you see Zella is kind of locked up in position right now as Elias Zannah kind of begins to call out that something's going on, but she can't tell what.
All right, the sock of silver coins is going again.
All right, what's your strength?
3.
3? Okay, go ahead and roll me a d4 plus 3.
7 silvered coin damage. Hopefully on the ghost.
I don't.
Is it on the ghost?
Like a werewolf.
Find out.
Hmm.
I don't think it is, but let me check. That is a critical hit, so go ahead and roll me another d4.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the auto crit.
Yep. I thought it was pretty nice.
But Is this hurting the ghost?
See, that's what we're
First, give me a
hoping.
D4, and then I'll let you know what happens.
Oh.
Well, see, here's the thing. You get to smite after you hit, and I need to know whom I hit before I decide whether or not to smite.
Well, you hit Zella, certainly. You have to tell me as you hit. I'm not going to tell you what the effect is until... Like, you don't get to...
The way the effect is worded, you literally know you hit before you do it, so I think that
Yes.
implies you know whom you hit.
No. You hit Zella.
I mean, not if the ghost is inside the person. That doesn't.
Yes,
That makes it
you
difficult.
hit
Well-
Zella. You can choose to smite or not, and then I will tell you what happens.
No, I'll not.
Okay, so as you swing in with this sock filled with silver, you kind of smack Zella across the face and neck, and you see it already starting to bruise up, as she is just going to be just knocked to the side and take 10 points of damage, and leave her barely standing, but still locked, unable to move or fall. And you did see a bit of light kind of glowing from within the creature. Did seem to have some effect. You're not sure what extent.
Yeah, glad I didn't smite, guys. We might have had another, if that was a sword, with a smite, I think that might have insta-killed another one of Sam's characters.
We're not gonna be doing that.
That
We're
would have
talking
been
about
so funny.
That would be so sad.
Yeah, I would not be mad at her if she just made Zella Jr.
And
Do not kill Sam again.
with that, you watch as this whitish, ghostly figure begins to pull and rip out of Zella and floats up out into the ceiling. And Ari, you can make an attack of opportunity.
Oh. Rip.
Come on, Ari.
You kind of
Yeah.
are ready for Zella, and when this creature suddenly pops out the back, you're not quite ready, and by the time you swing, it is almost passed into the ceiling, and it moves up and out of your range, disappearing from view. As Zella still stands there beaten and nearly frozen.
Okay, but because concentration, I can now drop concentration.
That is
So
that
we're
is
gonna
correct.
do that. We are dropping and getting out of the poisonous fog, I think, is a good idea.
Alright.
So, like, yeet.
So as you
Let's come
kind
out
of drop off and kind of all covering your mouths and rushing out of the room quickly, you do find that the gas does slowly dissipate out of the room, but the ghost does not seem to return after a couple minutes. And eventually Zannah kind of wanders towards enough where she can get a sight of you all and kind of, what's going on?
It's just that
Ghost.
ghost.
Came back, got Zella. Sorry, by the way. I did what
Yeah.
I could. We don't have the... I don't know what happened. How did you guys get rid of it the first time?
I think Brother Elias did something.
Oh, must have been religious. I can't do that.
I might need a little bit of healing before we go on.
Yeah,
That seems to be a reasonable assumption.
on a scale of like 1 to your maximum HP, how hurt are you?
You see as her shoulder appears to be dislocated. There's heavy bruising across her face, a busted lip, a black eye. She does not look good. And for your lay on hands, it's gonna take about 20 to pull her up to max.
Okay, well we don't have that, but let's do 10. 10's a good number.
There you go.
I'll pop her shoulder back in place and
Oh,
you know, try to fix up her eye.
okay. So here's a thought, though. The ghost is hanging out by those two chests. If this gem is valuable, you'd want something to guard it.
Yeah, but the ghost was in here, and then it ran that way, so maybe it's just running away again in a pseudo-random direction away from us.
Perhaps. I'm just saying it could be a thought. It could be in there.
Could be. We can go look.
Might want our lockpicker.
All right. These are both locked, right? We didn't check them.
We did not get to check them.
They both seem to be near mirrors of the other ones, where there's a heavy steel box with a large padlock, and then another dark wooden box with still a heavy lock, but not quite as robust as the steel one.
That lockpicking abilities would be so valuable to this. Well, I presume at this point we've done our searching. Don't know if we can actually search more or if we need to wait for our brother Elias.
Yeah, so you all kind of see, you've found 3 chests that all look pretty hardy and difficult to get into. You've also found 3 different stairwells that seem to lead up. And
Well, let's go bust down that last door while we wait for Brother Elias to finish his activities.
Sure thing.
can give me
Wherever
another
that
strength check.
door was. There we go.
You can give me another strength check. Yeah.
Not this door. This door is my nemesis.
Yeah, you kind of shove your shoulder into it, but this one seems to have some iron bands that make it a little bit more robust, and you're not making it through
Hands
this one.
make it.
So, if Valcrie ran up behind him and tried to shove him, could that possibly give him advantage?
What's your strength score?
A number that
Oh.
may be a -1 modifier.
Then no.
Okay.
What if
That
I?
was trash.
You
What
can-
if I
you can do it, but
use
it's not gonna
Zella
provide
as a?
assistance.
What if I use Zella as a battering ram?
Well,
Hey,
then she will
she's
probably
already-
take more damage than the
Get
door.
battered.
I don't think we should batter up our already battered buddy.
Hey, what's
Only
is
if
this
you
a barrel?
fry her afterwards.
Is this
Battered
a-
and fried.
Is this a
Oh,
barrel?
yeah. What is it?
That one does appear to be another barrel, though this one seems to be empty. But it does seem very similar to the one that you found in the brewing room.
Can we use this as a battering ram?
You can certainly try. It's pretty heavy.
That is what you want in a battering ram. I am to understand.
Okay, give me another athletics check.
Yeah.
So you kind of just heave and lift up this thing and just kind of spin and slam it into the door and kind of break, and you hear the crunch of metal, and the canister actually slips out of your hands as you more throw it than actually batter it, and it just lands on the other side. But you are able to break through this door as well. Inside here you see more just kind of scattered wood chips, pieces of different half-built wooden projects. Some of them that have been eaten by
You want ketchup with your
rats
tendies?
or has kind of fallen apart.
Tendies?
Others that have just been not completed. In the far end there is a large carved wooden statue and some crates and a wooden table.
Should we check the crates?
Sure. Why not?
Alright, can we see what's in the old crates?
Give me a strength save, Ari. As you step up, moving towards these crates and the statue, the ground around you begins to bubble, and there's a sudden as another watery sphere wraps around you, and you find yourself trapped in another bubble. Can't make this stuff up, guys.
This house is so fucking booby trapped.
Oh, whoops.
I love boobies, but this is getting fucking excessive.
This is a lot. It's a lot.
Well, we are boobying into all of the traps.
This is almost too much booby.
This
I've
is a
never
lot.
seen it before in my life.
Fake news. I object.
I'm Jen. Well, if that's happened, can we try to open the crate now?
Sure, yeah, you kind of see this bubble wrap around Ari. You kind of suppress a bit of a laughter and kind of move to the crate. There are kind of heavy iron nails that are kind of slamming into the sides here that hold it. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an athletics check at advantage.
Oh, cool. Athletics. Bug go away. Oh shit. Yo,
Oh,
she wants it.
Yeah.
She wants the crate.
As you begin to just kind of pry and lift and pull at this crate and lifting it up, you do find inside a strange apparatus, something you're not super familiar with, but you see different mechanical gears and a small different steel and iron plates, as well as what looks like a knife on one end. It's a very strange piece of equipment, but it's fairly large, about 2 feet across and maybe a foot wide.
Huh. Is it possible to be deduced or investigated or whatever that
Roll me just
it's like-
an intelligence check.
okay.
Since I don't
Just
think you're
any
being
other
professional.
possible information. I mean, I'm good at
Base-
history and arcana, so just saying.
This is not history or arcana, unfortunately.
Well,
But just
fine.
based on what's around you and kind of what you can see on the apparatus, it seems that it's something that is probably used in wood carving, but how it's specifically operated and what it does, you're not exactly sure.
Then I think since we're kind of stuck here while Ari's in a bubble, she's gonna take out her journal and doodle in it. Specifically, what it looks like.
All right.
So she's
you
gonna
kind
like
of-
sketch out the mechanism and give them little nicknames because she doesn't know what each component really does.
Sounds good. As you kind of sketch out the various components of this contraption while Ari is kind of just sighs as he's trapped in this thing again, and Elias works away at the chest, and Zannah and Zella kind of watch guard at their respective doorways. You all wait as over the course of the next half hour or so, eventually Elias is able to get the chest open. And as you kind of lift open this chest, Elias, you see within it, there is a small, actually a pretty sizable leather pouch. You also see 2 blackish purple shoes that seem to have intricate silver patterning over them that almost look like web. And there are also 2 yellowish potions.
2 potions, a pair of shoes, and a leather pouch filled with something?
Yep.
I mean, we've already took a lot of time. Let's take 5 minutes, see if the shoes are magic and whatever the hell's in this pouch.
Alright, roll me an Arcana check.
I can't use my tools to figure out the magic of something?
Oh, then yeah, you can roll me, it's the archaeologist tools. Yep, you can.
Yeah, I'm being slow.
Okay, yeah, kind of
Let's
taking
see.
your time, examining it, comparing to notes. You do find references to what appear to be similar artifacts. The silver web patterns are common on artifacts that give you abilities of spiders, and kind of looking at the shoes, it does appear that if one could wear them, they would have effects similar to spells such as spider climb, allowing them to travel across vertical and vertical surfaces without any sort of difficulty.
Interesting. Let's hand those over to Zannah. And what's up?
Inside of the pouch, you just find quite a few silver pieces, as there are 570 silver pieces after you take time and count them out.
Nice.
But yes, you also would know that an item such as the shoes would require attunement.
Boots of Spring Heel Jack!
Yep, whoever's logging party loot, shove it in.
Do we have... Yeah, I did put a party loot. Yeah, so somebody can add those to the party loot.
Yeah.
Is our 16 golden and silver
I'll
plates
put in there. Gold plates, and how much silverware?
One
ornate
container
box of silverware. But yes, as you kind of
But
come back...
And, Brother Elias found the boots of Spring Heel Jack, and what else?
They're boots of spider climbing.
Yeah,
570 silver pieces and 2 yellow
570.
and 2 yellow potions.
Yeah.
570.
And a
SP,
partridge and a pear tree.
2 yellow potions. Spider.
Sorry guys, I figured that one was going to have the gem in it.
Well,
Seems worth an hour.
he's gonna be excited to find out we have several equally more difficult chests over here.
And
Good news.
Elias
Good-
and Zannah,
good news.
as you come up, you find a room filled with miscellaneous half-finished wood carvings, a large wooden statue, and Ari trapped in another bubble.
Interesting.
Well, you're gonna take a long time to get these other boxes open too, so I don't know, I started to fancy these things. I would like to attempt to use the bubble as a hammock.
I mean, you can lay down on it and kind of kick your feet up. It's not the most comfortable, but it'll work.
How does
So
it
where are the
compare
next
to a
chests?
hammock?
Out here.
Alright, lead the way.
Make sure I get this going. This one. Oh, come on, in the doorway, please. Thank you.
We are going to have
So there's
a
one in here.
really,
Just so you know.
really big
two big
silver
ones in here.
sock.
Yeah. The one
we
in here
saw the
may or
ghost
may not be guarded by the ghost lady. Just
And
saying.
poison gas that makes you
Yeah.
vomit.
I
You've
think
already
that's good
checked all
now.
these for traps though?
You could say that.
Well, we kind of activated the traps.
Alright.
So I'm surmise we're good. I can double check if you want.
Can I roll my bubble to follow them?
It might take
So
a
real
while.
quick, this is my first time over on this side. We have one chest here to look at and one chest here to look at.
1 and 2.
So 2
Seven,
in this
3.
room and then 1 in
One.
this room.
Correct. One in the room
Yes.
with the chair, 2 in the furthest north room.
Correct.
And you've checked them all for traps.
Yes. Well, we've activated all the traps.
So I can double
Alright.
check, but we should be good.
Come in here with
Might as
me.
well double check.
At an average rate of 1 trap per room, we're
so-
we're doing great.
So I'm gonna double check this area one more time for a trap.
Sure, give me an investigation.
Cool.
And the rest of you come in this room with me, please, too.
Ari slowly pushes his bubble in that direction.
Yeah, Ari might take a bit, but you know,
I figure we've got time.
we've got time.
Alright, let's try one rapid check, and if that doesn't work, we'll take time and we'll do a slow check. So, is that acceptable? One rapid with guidance, and then we'll go slow.
Yeah, go for it. Valcrue, looking over this chest, you don't find any anything that would indicate that it is trapped either mechanically or magically.
Yep, this one's a thumbs up.
Elias, as you kind of try and work at it quickly, it's definitely going to take a little bit more time. You know that this one doesn't seem as intricate as the steel one before. So hopefully you can get it in 5 to 10 minutes. And so you can go ahead and roll me an archaeologist check. All right, and continuing to work at it, 5-10 minutes go by, and it's not quite as easy as you had thought. Continuing to work at it, it's a bit more difficult, and you're unfortunately not able to get it open.
Interesting. We'll come back to this one. I'll take more time, but let's try one of the others first.
Okay. Ugh. Okay. Valcrue will say this is where the gas was.
All right.
I can try to step in to see if it's still activated, or is it possible that you could see it from here?
Yeah, it was visible.
Yes, you watched as it dissipated. It lasted for about a minute.
Yes,
I
but
will
so
also
can we
have several crossbow bolts prepared for the ghost woman. Just in case.
Smart.
All right.
But yeah,
Come on in
can
with
she
me.
assume that it's done? Like there's no more gas. Period.
You can make an Arcana check.
Sure. Why not? I've never. Well, okay. I was gonna jinx myself. We'll see what
You kind of walk in, and Elias and Zannah are already walking through, investigating the room, and you're like, "Oh wait.
It's fine.
Nothing happened. It's probably fine."
Okay, and then can she investigate for traps that directly impact or are around the chest?
Sure, go for it.
Just in case that wasn't the only thing. Well, okay, I'm tapped out. Sorry, guys.
You don't see any magical or mechanical traps.
Does one or the
Sure.
other of these look easier?
Yeah, similar to the other room, there is one heavy steel chest, the one to the
Wood,
left. That
Steel.
yeah, and then there's the wood one that looks a little bit easier.
Yeah,
just in the other room.
Let's try a 6-second check on the easy one and see if we can do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Elias, you're starting to get worn out. Your hands are hurting. Your mind is tired. You guys have been in here for well over 2 hours, and it's just agonizing at this point. Like, do we really need to look at all of these chests? And you're just not able to think straight. And after trying this one briefly, you're not getting anywhere.
You know what? I'm just gonna try the other one, and I will do it carefully. We're gonna do this right. We're not going to do this. We're not going to be fast. We're going to be accurate.
Oh gosh.
I don't like using lockpicks. I like using my tools.
All right, so Elias, as you kind of sit down and kind of, okay, breathe. I can do this. I've got this.
Yes!
And once again, this lock is very similar. It's intricate, but it's something you know you can do. Working at 5 minutes, unfortunately, is not quite enough, and it's going to take some trial and error, some working through different patterns, and this one is probably going to be another hour or so. You might be able to do it a little bit faster since it's your second one, but it's still going to be some time if you want to get into this.
Yep, we've got time. We've got Bubble Man anyways. So, let's be slow and comfortable. We'll do the things we know. I am not a thief. I'm an archaeologist.
Alright.
I'm just a thief of old shit.
As you, over the course of the next hour or so, you are able to work away at this thing, writing down different notes as you use your tools to pry and position different pieces of the lock. Eventually, the bubble does finally pop after about another 30 minutes, and Ari, you are freed once more. And the 4 of you who are not working on the chest can take a short rest and roll hit dice if you would like.
What?
I'm feeling pretty great. Could yeah, we're thriving.
Zella, you can roll me an investigation check. On a 12 or higher, I'll say you're able to find it. You can bump your number back up to 10. So yeah, you're able to find it on the ground. And it's not too damaged, so you can bump that number back up to 10. I think I put a counter on your sheet for you.
For the crossbow bolts?
It should be, there's +1 bolts on the core sheet, the first page, over on the right side. There's a little counter right now, it's set at 9, but you can bump that up to 10. It's underneath your personality traits, ideals,
cool.
bonds,
I was just gonna do that in equipment.
Gotta be like Bard
You
and
can do that too.
Nice.
I was just
Gotta
like
be
having
like-
it on the priority page.
Yeah.
Gotta be like
Sweet.
Bard and the Hobbit and save one special arrow for an emergency.
Mhm.
But yes, eventually, Elias, you are able to hear the click as the relief washes over you, and you kind of lift up the heavy steel lid. Inside, you find what looks to be some sort of mace. It doesn't look or appear magical. It seems pretty standard, just like a steel mace. You also find a small ring inside, a golden ring with a small kind of black onyx stone set into it, as well as what appears to be a small fan. It's kind of like a feather, but it's almost in a fan-like shape.
Interesting. Still not the gem we're looking for, but
So golden onyx ring, feather
fan and a mace.
feather fan. Ooh, mace.
It
Got a
doesn't
mace.
look like a special mace. It just looks like a mace. Once we get back to the portal, I'll examine everything. None of this jumps out as immediately necessary, I don't think.
I don't know. Rings are pretty fancy.
You hear an audible sigh at this point, and I'll take a look at it with the tools.
Audible.
Another 10 minutes go by.
Yeah, what do we have?
Go and give me a check. Alrighty. Looking over this mace, it doesn't seem magical, but as you kind of take some time and look over comparing some inscriptions on it, there does seem to be something latent within it. The mace itself is not overly special, but it does seem to have a bit of a glow to it. It's very distant, but it does seem to have some sort of latent enchantment that allows you to detect when enemies are close by, and it prevents you from being surprised.
Ooh.
Here, somebody hold that. Glows blue when there's oxes. Any others?
Go ahead and roll me another check for the ring and another check for the feather.
I mean, the ring was the one that he was interested in. That was the main
Oh.
one I was looking at.
Oh, sorry, was that for the ring? Sorry, I'm a
Yeah.
Bobby.
He was like, oh, I guess he's starting with the mace, and he'll
Yeah.
get there eventually.
I apparently wasn't listening good enough, so you get the mace as a bonus.
Cool.
That was on me. The ring itself doesn't seem terribly special. It does seem to be able to use sort of a modified prestidigitation that allows oneself, whenever it is activated, to clean off any sort of dirt, grime, or water.
Oh, I need that.
Cool. Have it. Enjoy it. Should I take 5 minutes for the fan too, or do we keep looking? There's this other chest. It'll take some time as well. I feel like we're starting to overstay our welcome, and
Yeah, you're probably
I'm
right.
tired.
Let's Valcrie, Zella, y'all want to come upstairs and we'll look here.
I'm good with that. As
Zannah, will
long
you
as we
watch my
avoid the
back?
bedroom.
I'm gonna try and take a crack at the last one just while I'm here.
You don't want to check out the bedroom? Ari
I believe
winks.
we shouldn't go.
We'll
check
test out the
It-
bedroom with you
it-
guys later.
It was a
Oh,
joke.
No.
It was a joke.
See, believe it or not, Valcrue is a very good kid. She's just big talk.
Can I take some time on this lock too, just while I'm here?
Yeah,
When-
sure.
well,
Go on and give
when-
me another check.
When the paladin's the bad influence on the party.
No kidding, telling her to drink? Come on, get over it.
All right.
She's a good girl.
Okay, in Ari's defense, he can literally choose to not be drunk whenever he wants.
I mean,
so,
that's
like,
basically
drinking-
my monk. I get it.
Drinking does not have the same dangers to him that it has to the average person.
That's fair.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool.
So, as you guys are kind of begin to head towards the stairway, Elias, you take a few moments to look at this one. This one again, your hands are getting tired. They're cramping. You're not able to make quite enough effort. You're taking time, and you know you could get it eventually, but right now it's not quite enough. And you got halfway through it, and then it reset on to get you again. You got 3/4 of the way through it, reset. You got 1/4 of the way through it, reset, and you're back at square one.
I'm gonna take a frustrated shillelagh whack at the chest. Like,
Sure.
fuck it.
Give me an
We're
attack
gonna
roll.
try a different
It's a
method.
mimic. Roll initiative.
Give me an attack roll. That hits. Roll me damage.
Smite.
Yeah, so you just give a crack and you actually watch as some of the wood kind of splinters off. Not enough for you to really get through, but it definitely, you see there's a good gash in the chest.
Alright, guys. I figured out the secret to this one.
What's
On
that?
3, whack.
Can I borrow someone's What did that do the thunder damage, or was that only if it
No.
moves?
That's only if it moves.
Oh, okay. How do we think thunder damage would do against this thing?
One way to find out.
Alright, we're doing it. Spell slots are meant to be used.
Give me an attack roll. That'll hit.
Wait, hang on. There we go. 4 thunder damage.
Thunder pants!
I want to point out we both did max magical. Oh no, never mind. I didn't do. I was one less than max.
Mm.
We both did 11 magical damage to it though.
Matchies.
All right,
Winning.
so as Elias, you kind of smash into this thing, gouging out a piece of the wood. Ari, you cut into it, and your sword doesn't seem to do a whole lot. It kind of chips the wood a little bit, but the thunder after it seems to have quite an effect and opens up. You see a small hole in the wood. It's maybe enough to get like a small hand through, or maybe a few fingers.
All right,
gotta
good thing
look
we have.
inside, but
Good thing we have Valcrie.
it's not open.
Take a look in, see what you can grab. See if there's anything small and red gem-like. Have some
Okay.
guidance.
It's a shame. I feel like
I'll
if I had
definitely
rolled
keep
better. on that.
I'm assuming I can investigate through this tiny hole.
Sure. You can roll me. I think this is gonna be more perception, and it'll be a disadvantage.
Oh, so that's a very bad idea, but okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That was
1d4.
persuasion.
1d4. Oh,
You
shit.
persuaded the door to open.
What's your perception modifier?
Less than that. Hold on. I'm sorry. It was a P.
You're good. Let me know the modifier.
So the difference will be that instead of a 20, it would end up being 17.
That's not bad.
No, I mean relatively for her, that's pretty freaking perceptive.
Yeah,
She did good.
you look in here and you can certainly see that there are a few things. You can't make out too much around it. You see maybe some a bit of glass, like some sort of vial, but you also see a small bag of what seem to be gemstones. Different ones you can see that are blue and gray and green, and you kind of reach in.
I have a plan.
If you want to try and reach in, you could give me a dexterity check to see if you can get to
Ah.
him.
Brother
Sure.
Elias,
I mean,
what
she's
if
already one
we
pawn
just
in,
dump
right?
the... What if we just dump the chest upside down?
So wait, is that dex check or dex what? One more time.
It'd be a dex
That'd be a-
check.
Okay, we'll try it.
Roll a d4.
Yeah, with
You're
a
being
D4.
guided.
Hey,
Take
12.
that, you kind of reach in, your hand doesn't quite fit entirely through, and you kind of grasp and reach, and you can't quite get the bag, but there's one that's kind of on the ground next to it that you're able to get and grab, and you see
And?
a small piece of blue quartz.
Ew. Guys, there's shiny rocks in there. I think that could have what we're looking for, or it could just be a lot of other cool stuff. And that's what she says.
How heavy do we think the chest is?
I mean, if you get on the side and kind of lift it, it's heavy, but between you and Ari, you could probably lift it up.
So let's try his thing of trying to tip the shit out. Let's see if we can... Be ready to catch it. Put your hands on the hole and we'll tip stuff to you, Valcrue.
Alright, she will have her hands cupped around the hole.
Alright, are you just tipping, or are you kind of shaking? How are you doing this?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever orientation is going to make the most sense for getting things out of a hole.
Yeah, but are you just slowly tipping it over? Are you kind of trying to shimmy it out, shake it out?
So
I
if
mean,
you
we'll be
tip,
as
you
slow
can
as we reasonably can to start. But yeah, it's like it's a tip. Nothing moves. Give it a little shake. Give it a little nudge. Just like
See, I would assume that Valcrue could probably poke her fingers in to kind of help pull things out.
yeah.
Or, like kind of like scratch it.
Yeah.
Or, like,
Take the three of
Well,
us
so
and just try and get things out.
Yeah, as you kind
Yeah.
of begin to tip up this chest and kind of slowly tip it, Valcrue, you kind of guide as best you can, seeing, and you watch as the bag does begin to slowly tip over, and small gemstones do begin to kind of roll out, and you kind of catch them and pull them out with your hands. Continuing to going as the bag begins to slowly slide across, you hear as a few things kind of tip inside, and there's some cracking or breaking of glass. Valcrue, you see some liquid starts to kind of drip out the hole as well, but eventually the bag kind of slides
Bummer.
up to the front, and you kind of reach in and with your fingers are able to pull it out.
Well, I think we lost
Anything
a
red
potion.
in there?
Nothing
Yeah.
red. This one seems to be blue.
Tragic.
Well, we got lots of blue stuff to sell.
Yeah. Whatever we
Let's
had in
keep-
party loot, blue gems. Anything else in this chest?
Not that you're
There
able
was
to get
a
out.
potion.
Okay.
Yeah, you see
And we
that
can't
there was
see
probably
any
some
red gems
sort
that we missed.
No, you guys were able to dump
Okay.
out most of the gemstones, kind of setting it back down. You look in and see a few, but none that appear to be red. There's like one or two still sitting inside that didn't come out.
That's fine. As long as we didn't miss the quest item. That
Nothing red. What about
All
this
right.
here?
we already looked in that one, right?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's where
so
we
I'll be
found
honest,
the spider. Or is that the one?
No, this one is the one you couldn't open. Or that you
Yeah.
like tried and it was like, we'll
hey,
come back to it
poke me
later.
when you left.
Here, hold on. We'll
So
make
wait,
this
what did
real
we
easy.
add to the party loot?
Blue gems.
How many?
Bag.
No, bag
Bag.
of blue gems.
Bag of blue gems. I think we
and
probably busted a potion with that thundering smite, but that's okay.
Yeah,
They're-
shit
they're-
happens.
They're not all blue, but none of them appear to be the gem that you're looking for. Some of them are like an opaque gray. There's some opaque striations.
You said gray,
between,
green, blue,
yeah,
whatever.
dark green. There's some blue
Bag of
quartz.
blue
The cool colors,
ish.
not
Bag of
hot
blue ish
warm
gems. There we go.
colors.
Yeah.
Alright.
the. Yeah.
Up the stairs we go,
Well, we still
and then
didn't
into the tunnel.
check that one, technically.
think-
It wasn't opened, unless we're just abandoning it for now.
I mean,
Well,
Is that what
he
we're
said
doing?
he couldn't. He
There's
said he
two
couldn't get that one quickly. So.
yeah, there's two chests that Elias has kind of worked on, but hasn't been able to make any real progress on. I went ahead and marked the ones that you guys have opened in green. And actually, I'll go ahead and mark this
Which ones have I fucked
Oh.
up on?
And there's that one.
Yeah, we've got that one.
We got this one, and then there's ones down below.
I thought we looked at this one already.
No, that's what I'm
We
saying.
did.
That's why it's marked.
Yep, I have marked off all the ones,
ones
that
we
you guys
have.
have looked into.
And this is the one we whacked, the smashed one.
No, we whacked this one.
No, I opened this good one. This is the one we whacked.
Oh,
Right?
Valcrie's being
Oh, okay,
dangerous
you got
and
both
walking
sides,
got
towards
it.
the stairs.
yep, stairs,
So there's this one still to do.
and the
and
whole.
then
You don't want to do those stairs, because that's the south side.
and
you
then
wanna
I got
be
both of
Hashtag
those.
north side.
Well,
Is there
Well,
one
what?
right here, Austin?
Why?
Is that a chest?
it
Uh,
looks like a chest.
yes, that one was not locked and had various. I think we looked at it last time. That one was filled with various types of
Yeah.
like coats and cloaks.
Where were the other stairs?
Okay. So
Oh.
there's only the one that I haven't done on this floor, right?
I think so.
Correct.
There's only that one?
Yep.
Okay. And then there's a staircase up.
There's 3 staircases up that you have found.
Alright, this is a party decision. Do we go up or do I work on the chest that we haven't yet here?
So first of all of our party's not in the foyer.
Ari's already up the stairs. Just
The foyer?
Foyer! En français.
Sorry, went on chicken tender run.
Ah, important.
Tendies. Can I have one?
everybody getting
Please?
those chicken tenders.
Sure, if you want to come to the East Coast.
I mean, there are
Take your
worse
address
places.
and I'll send you a tendy. There's enough preservative, it'll be alright.
I mean, the average chicken has enough roids that it'll be fine. Okay,
Alright.
up the stairs we
Staircase?
go.
Staircase or chest? We take a vote.
Staircase,
Speak now or forever hold your piss.
staircase,
I do
staircase.
think it seems logical that they would put the most valuable item upstairs. Or at least the item we might be looking for. It seems crazy to
Staircase,
hide it down here.
Staircase.
That's 2 votes for a staircase. Jess, what's your vote? Sam, what's your vote?
Zella.
I'm indifferent. I just I will stand guard wherever needed.
I agree.
Zella.
It's probably not on this floor. I'm gonna spend a lot of time thinking about what was in the one chest we didn't get open. But I can get past that.
Seems reasonable.
Alright, up the stairs we climb.
Also, doing my
Which staircase?
belated short rest.
North
'cause
one.
I didn't mark it yet.
Alright,
Ugh, there we go.
Let's go.
let's get it.
So which one are we doing?
Hold on, let me pull you all
North
together.
staircase.
Wait, hold on.
That'd be
Come
nice.
here. No, stop moving. Come here.
God damn it.
Get over here. There we go.
I'm not even touching.
I'm not touching you.
Boom. You guys come up
like
the
me
stairway.
flipping Ben's table.
Oh, nice.
You guys come up the
Beautiful.
stairway into a small entryway with a wooden bench. The walls up here are a nice marble transition from the stone, and there are other wooden doorways that you see over here and over here, as well as an open doorway that leads out further.
I kind of want to peek out what's already open because it's not something we have to break down.
Cool. Somebody else's turn to eat the trap.
No. You just look in, so you don't even
You're
have
the
to go outside.
Door open, man.
There's no door to open, so
But that
I'm
means
not
you
the door
still go
walking
first.
in.
You go
We all
first.
find rules. Valkyrie investigates. Ari breaks down doors. I take like 3 hours to open a lock. Like,
And we have
Zella
our
gets
guard
possessed
dog
by
and our
ghosts.
arrow shooter. We're doing great.
all right. Go
Step
ahead,
in.
investigator.
All right. Can I just investigate from here, or do you want me to move further, Austin? I'm
It'll
okay
be a
either
perception check from there, and investigation if you want to get.
way. Nope, we going in.
Oh,
We going in.
can I perceive?
All right, Valkyrie,
Girl
give me a
going
wisdom
in.
saving throw.
Fuck!
We knew it. We knew it.
Yay!
Yeah.
Valkyrie, as you
I
kind of
love
step
this
in,
bit.
you all hear as
She's learning this shit.
I swear I'm not making this up at this point. This is just hilarious.
Oh my
As she
God,
steps
don't
in, there's a bit of a giggle that begins to rise in her throat again, but she's able to put this one down as she passes through. But you all see as a brief light emanates from her from the floor as she steps through the doorway, and
We're,
Valkyrie.
we're triggering this second fucking trap.
Guys.
It's so
Guys.
funny. Like
It's
these.
so not funny.
These are scattered all over the place, and you guys just happen to be triggering the same ones with different people. So as you
Gotcha.
kind of come into
Or the
this,
same people in this case.
yeah, as you come into this
Yeah.
entryway, it's pretty bare, Valkyrie, and all you see is a pair of double doors down here, at the south end of this entry.
Uh-huh. South?
South end, not the south edge of the
Oh.
building yet that you're aware of. You're
Okay.
still pretty
I'm
close
just,
to the
I'm
center.
just double checking. I was like, okay.
You know that you guys were coming up the north tower, so even if you go out the south door, you shouldn't be at south yet, you think. But
Well, she kind of wants to inspect this door. Because basically she wants to see if there's not going to be a trap. Like, say, some hideous laughter.
sure.
Or otherwise.
give me an investigation check.
Freya, you won't have to growl for me. It's okay.
All right, as you begin to kind of look over these doors, they seem to be well-carved doors. They're not as well sealed as some of the other ones. You can see kind of light from the opposite side of the door. The door handles are these brilliant gilded brass that are very elegant and well crafted. You see that there appears to be a keyhole, but kind of testing the door handle, it doesn't appear to be locked, and you certainly don't see any indication of a trap.
Well, she kind of wants to try to open it.
All right, you kind of open it and peer in, and swinging the door open, you see another large area with a table and some chairs scattered around it.
This is the southern side. You can see the stairs down there. Let's go the other way.
Looking in, you also do see a large fountain in this area that is like a half lion, half dragon face that slowly begins to just have water pool out of its mouth into a small pool below it.
But Ari, there's a fountain.
Nope. Other way.
A party pooper.
Yeah. It's about
Trying to
time.
keep her out of trouble.
It's about time the paladin gets to make it less fun for you.
Okay, which door
Let's
then?
try this door.
All right, that door does appear to be locked.
How locked we talking?
Not that locked. These are more built for style than they appear to be built for structure. And kind of pushing your shoulder in, you are able to just pop this one open easily and kind of break open this from the door hinge itself. And as it swings open, you do see as it opens up to a small wooden bench, you see a bed towards the center, a window looking out on the yard, and a figure in the center. That same white, ghostly individual that turns its mouth open in a gape and begins to move towards you. And once again, we're gonna need some initiative.
So I was literally just thinking maybe we shouldn't go into the room directly above where the ghost bitch went.
You know, that was a thought,
But
and
you know,
I admit it.
That's for smart people to think. Who does
Yeah,
that?
we were supposed to go in the bedroom anyway, were we?
The master bedroom was what they specified.
Yeah, which is not this one. We're
Okay,
fine,
this doesn't
but-
look very mastery for this kind of mansion.
Okay, alternative thought. Maybe the ghost is slowly leading us to the gym
Maybe.
in the worst way possible.
Could
By
be.
hurting us every time.
Well, let's see how good my charisma saves are, because you guys are not gonna have a good time hitting me.
I mean, I'd have a good time.
So I actually have my whole person back. I could always try that.
Not a bad try. An auto crit, an auto crit would allow me to pump out a little bit of radiant damage.
Oh, that's fine.
Alrighty. Zella, once again, you are up first.
Alright. I will try and move around so I can see the ghost woman. And
Pew pew pew.
like before, I guess I'll fire the 2 bolts I have prepared and 1 special bolt.
Alright, go for it.
Oof.
Ooh. All 3 of those will hit. The last one just barely.
Oh, thank goodness.
Damn. There you go.
Not a high AC.
Silver bolts hit good.
Doing
Yay.
good.
Very nice.
Nice. Nice.
Making my life easy.
20 regular, 8 special.
Yep. Alright, as
We
you
gotta
launch
be getting
these
close.
bolts just firing out at this individual, you see that it is kind of rematerialized. The wounds from before are no longer there, but you quickly tear in 3 new ones as your bolts pass through it, and it gives out a before beginning to move in your direction. Elias.
Let's make a DC 13 Dex save.
Alrighty. And it passes.
Alright, nothing happens then.
Alright, as you launch out a bit of radiance into the room, you see as it just passes through underneath as this thing seems to levitate up off the ground, and you see it scorch up across the tile and under the bed. Anything else that you want to do, Elias? Shillelagh, alright, as you cause the flail to emanate out of your quarterstaff. Valcrue.
Then I'll get out of the way.
I wish I could know the repercussions of whether I did one thing or another thing. Because she likes to take over bodies, and I don't want what I do to hurt her to hurt whoever she takes over.
Then kill her.
That sounds easy if I had
Yep.
higher damage spells right now. And if I could actually hit. So if we're gonna go just for damage, let's do a witch bolt. That sounds fun. So we're gonna try a witch bolt. Is that already at 2nd level? I don't think it is. Let me see. Nah, okay. So we're gonna witch bolt.
That'll hit.
Okay, and so it needs to be 2d12. Oh, hold on. There needs to be a save, I thought?
No.
Oh,
no,
no,
it's to hit.
Cool. Okay. Just making sure. I saw words.
Yep, 2d12 lightning.
Here we go then. Hurt, bitch, hurt. Bzz. 5.
As this
Wow.
this
It's an
bzz is
unfortunate
more,
2d12.
more of a fizzle, and you see that it is also seem to be resistant to said fizzle. But
you
you
know
know it does
what?
something.
How about I also streaking starlight? 'Cause that's a bonus action.
Go for it.
Ooh.
21.
That'll hit as well. So you hold up your staff and just send a mote of
6.
starlight. This passes through, and this tears
Phew.
out a sizable chunk from this creature as it gives another roar. And that'll bring us to Zannah.
Cool.
Perfect. See if I can
Wow.
see the- Oh, did not mean to get on.
You can hold
Did
Alt
Druids-
if you need to better position yourself.
Did druids get hold person?
There we go. Okay.
Is that a...
We're gonna try
I
Moonbeam.
don't think they do.
As radiant damage.
I really should look up how druids work one of these days.
Okay, Constitution save as you drop down a moonbeam, and that'll be at the start of their turn. Okay, Ari.
Druids do have hold person. Okay. When in doubt, whack.
Whack.
All right, so as you see this beam kind of come down from the ceiling and just start to almost look like it's disintegrating away the ghost, you come up and swing with your sword, and that will hit.
Wait.
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 What are we
I'm
waiting
smiting,
for?
but I was trying to click the button, but then it's
Okay.
not. The button's not. There we go. There we go. The button was clicked.
All right. Ari, how do you want to do this?
Yes.
I
Whack.
love killing the undeads with smite. It's beautiful. Second time we've got it. Yeah. So do y'all know what a fool's guard is?
No.
You know what a fool's gold is?
No, so basically like it's I think the alternate name was like the tail guard, but basically so Ari charges up with the sword behind him, and the witch doesn't see it coming, and then he like pulls his shield out of the way and like uppercuts with the blade, and with a flash of magical light, it just zaps her right in the face.
Menards!
Right.
Menards!
I'm down.
All right, so just kind of taking this blade and just smiting into this creature, there is just a scream from the ghost, just high-pitched and no longer monstrous, but like a woman's scream that just pierces through all of your ears and is terrifying for a moment as the body shudders and just seems to break as if light emanating out before dispersing out into nothingness.
Cool.
And as this ghost breaks apart and shatters, that is where we're going to end things off for tonight, and where we will pick up again next week. So we thank you all for joining, and please do tune in next Thursday at 6 p.m. Central and see the conclusion of the investigation into the mansion. And we'll
Bold of
talk
you
to
to
you.
assume we will move that
Then
fast.
we get out of here.